Hi, my name is Gabriel Contreras. Thank you so much for visiting us, and welcome to REJVP, Real Estate Joint Venture Partner. I want to share with you something pretty special to us. Recently, we finished writing and producing our newest book and video learning series. After 20 plus years of buying and selling houses ourselves, we have now decided to disclose and share with you what we've learned through experience and trial and error in the subject of how to sell your house for sale by owner. The book, Sell on Your Terms. And we want to give you a copy of this book for free. But before we do, really quickly, on this short video, we want to explain to you what this book is about, and more importantly, we want to share with you what this book is not about. Now, this book is not about how to pretty up your house by choosing the right colors and the right decor, nor claims of the latest and greatest remodeling tactics, stating that your house will drastically increase in value simply because you made your house physically the most attractive house in the neighborhood. In fact, after you read this book, you'll understand why and how your house will and can become the most attractive and the one that more people will be drawn to, not because of the decor and the latest remodeling updates, but because it will be the most attractive to the biggest pool of home buyers. I cannot stress enough the importance of this statement, but don't worry, we'll explain more in detail inside the book. You'll see. This book is also not about becoming a professional real estate salesperson. It won't teach you the latest techniques for so-called profitable remodeling secrets, and it certainly will not provide you with the best cookie baking recipes to make your house smell so wonderful and appealing while you spend your weekends holding open houses just so that you can put up with people parading through your house, passing judgment on you and your family. During which time, all you can do is hope and wish that someone in the crowd, if people even show up to your open house, is actually a ready, willing, and able buyer. Now, you'll see what I mean by this inside the book. If you're currently looking to sell your house and struggling to get people to come see your house, or worse, getting those people to actually make you an offer to buy it, my guess is that you're likely thinking there must be something wrong with your house. Or you may have fallen victim of the common uninformed public opinion that it's the market. There must be something wrong with the market. Why else would your house not sell, right? Well, in our experience, after buying and selling hundreds of houses in several different markets, both in different time eras and different locations, cities, and even states, it's rarely the house or the market that is to be blamed for the problem of houses not selling. It typically comes back to, well, at first, it's a lot harder to see, and that's the bad news, but it's easy to fix. You'll see. For over 20 years, we've had the privilege and opportunity to work with hundreds of home sellers. In fact, it's more like thousands if you count the home sellers that did not have the flexibility to offer favorable terms and therefore were not successful at selling their house to us. Still, these sellers provided us with the knowledge and experience to enable us to clearly identify why some houses sell and why some don't. And we share these reasons with you all inside this book. By now you may be asking yourself, what is it that allows regular folks like you and I to succeed at the most basic and core goal, which is of course selling their house? And while we're at it, in the easiest, fastest, and most convenient way possible. In fact, I'll share with you who we notice has the biggest struggles. It's the sellers with the perfect home. This may come to a shock to you, but one of the most common examples of sellers that struggle to sell their house are the home sellers that have a great looking house in perfect condition inside some of the best neighborhoods, and they really don't have any time limitations or life challenges that are forcing them to sell. Nevertheless, they too just want a way to avoid all the hassles that are associated with selling a house. So when these home sellers set out to sell their perfect homes, they don't anticipate or realize that if they try to sell the traditional way, even if there's absolutely nothing wrong with your house, you're still going to have to be dealing with the traditional buyers, which forces you, the seller, to jump through all the hoops and the requirements imposed upon you by the lenders, appraisers, brokers, and of course, ridiculous picky buyers. After all, that's what the public has been conditioned to believe by these same real estate professionals, especially by the real estate agents that don't know any other way of selling other than the traditional way to a traditional retail buyer, which of course has to get a traditional loan from a conventional lender. And guess what? They push on to you these untrue statements that that's the best or only way to sell a house. The real truth is, there are many ways that you can sell, and you can skip and avoid all these conventional hassles entirely. The home sellers that gave us the opportunity to work with them were simply able to suspend disbelief, even if just for a moment. They were able to allow themselves to go ahead and open up to the possibilities of just considering looking at the many other options available to you, which enables you to sell your house. They allow themselves, without any risk or obligation, the power of knowledge that comes from the information that we presented to them, which is the same information you're getting inside this free book. The results they got was, bottom line, you get to sell your house and you sell on your terms. And when you come to realize now that you can get rid of all the costly hassles and financially net just as much or close to, but without the struggles, you will be amazed and you will now understand how much selling on terms makes money sense. They were blown away with the results. They were not expecting it to be so simple. They did not anticipate that it would happen so quickly. So those home sellers simply opened up to listen to the options they had available to them, and they received multiple offers that very same day. How the seller sold the house was simply by selling in one of the non-conventional methods listed and detailed in your free book, on terms that fit your needs, which allows the buyer to easily buy your house without having to deal with institutional lender approvals or conditions imposed on both you, the seller, and the buyer. Just imagine those results for yourself. Isn't that awesome? Now, the process that these home sellers used is the exact same methods and processes that are disclosed and described in your free book. It's the exact techniques that have allowed us to provide hundreds of home sellers the opportunity to sell their house on terms that work for them and allows you to sell your house in the most convenient way possible. And you get your book for free simply by completing your request form on this page, either here on the side or below. And because we're delivering it to you in digital format, you'll actually receive it in your email inbox in a matter of minutes, not days. I'm curious, are you interested in seeing what's in the book? Well, guess what? We've actually created a video slide series and made it available for you online, which you can start watching right away. We broke the book down into sections and created a simple, short, 5 to 10 minute video presentation for each section. This allows you to watch and preview everything that you'll get in the book as well. And again, it's available for you to start watching right away. Simply request your Sell on Your Terms book, and on the very next page, you'll have access to the entire video slide presentation series, also free. In the very first video, we'll open it up and dive right into sharing with you the list of profitable techniques and practical sales methods used by so many home sellers. Information that your local real estate agent either knows nothing about or simply will not be sharing with you, since it's certainly not in their best interest. You'll notice both the book and the entire video series presentation is short and simple. This is not a 500-page size 10 font book that you need to spend weeks reading. We'll be skipping through the babble, gibberish, and rambling. It's short and to the point. The next video will cover the factors that will determine your success. Next, the questions you need to ask yourself and answer honestly if you are to succeed in selling your house on your terms. And so on and so on. There's a video presentation for each section, and we'll cover each section one by one for the entire table of contents. Now, like I said before, the information in the book and the video slide series is the exact same processes and techniques that the successful home sellers that we worked with used to sell their house. And it's the exact same methods that we use when we sell our houses as well. And we're giving you this information as a gift for free. It's going to help you to attract more home buyers, but not just the traditional hard to work with picky buyers, but the buyers you want to work with, the ones that are motivated to buy your house on your terms because your house is offering them something other home sellers are not. Just think about it. I mean, this only makes sense, right? How many people are out there that would love to buy your house, but are also not interested in having to go through all the restrictions, demands, and requirements forced upon them by the same real estate brokers, appraisers, inspectors, and foremost, the mortgage lenders, whether they are working with conventional or government-assured loans? Buyers are no different than you. If you have a way to eliminate all the hassles and make it easy, fast, and stress-free, just imagine how much more attractive your house becomes. And never mind that, imagine the greater number of buyers that will be wanting and willing to buy your house over any other in the market, because you are providing them with multiple ways to now allow them to be able to buy your house over the competition. Ultimately, offering more ways for buyers to buy makes your house the most attractive to the largest pool of buyers. And these simple, obvious reasons is exactly what allows you to sell your house as is in the fastest, easiest, and most convenient manner for both you, the seller, and the buyer. And that's why we're so excited. The book, Sell on Your Terms, explains how. This book will literally open your eyes to how to sell your house in ways that most home sellers don't even know exist, but are the most common sales practices that are being used today and have been for as far back as we can track real estate transactions between common home sellers and home buyers. You don't have to go ahead and believe me or go ahead and accept it at blind faith. Trust me, you can walk into any escrow company, title company, or real estate attorney's office, and of course, any private mortgage lender, and tell them you are selling your house, but not in the traditional way with a conventional mortgage lender involved. And the response you'll get from them is, yes, that will be no problem at all. Selling on your terms, agreed upon by the seller and the buyer, is perfectly normal, and we do that day in and day out. It typically means there's no sales agent involved imposing their norms and charging a commission for their limited advice. Okay, maybe that last part they wouldn't say, but I assure you, selling on terms is common and standard practice, but most people simply don't know anything about it. What's cool is that now you can learn all about these terms inside your book, and we want to give it to you for free. But you have to take the first step. You have to go in and request it. All you need to do is simply complete the simple request form on this page, and we will send out your digital copy of your book right away. There's no catch. There's no gimmicks. You're not signing up for any monthly program. We're sending you this book for free. In fact, if you're a homeowner looking to sell your house and you don't love this book, or if you don't find that the information in it had any value whatsoever, and or if you don't at the very minimum learn something about the fact that there are many ways to sell your house without the hassles, we want you to go ahead and request your book, read it, watch the free online video series, and if you don't love this book or receive any value, just let us know, and what we will do is, first of all, thank you for investing your time, but more than that, we will send you out an Amazon $20 gift card that you can use towards the purchase of any other real estate how to sell your house book, or whatever you decide to invest it on, I suppose. That's how much we believe in this, and how much we believe it's going to benefit you, and how confident we are that the information you are receiving in this free gift will serve you but only if you are truly a homeowner with a genuine interest of selling your house and would like to sell it in the easiest, quickest, and most convenient way possible by eliminating all the hassles. Alright, so what you need to do now is go ahead and simply fill out the request form on this page, fill in your first and last name, your primary email address, and click on the button that says Submit to get your free book and video series. Oh, and in case you're wondering, what is the catch? There is no catch. I know that there's some websites out there that offer you something cool for free, but then they stick you into some program that charges you every month. This isn't one of them. There's no hidden continuity program here. So why are we doing this? Well, there are actually a couple of reasons. First, which we like to refer to as our purpose and our goal, and we'd like to be brutally honest and upfront with you about it. Our goal is to take advantage of the rule of reciprocity and shamelessly gift you with service and value in the hopes of stacking the odds in our favor for when and if you come to need further assistance with the plans to sell your house. We will be first in line and top of mind. And second, we're very proud of what we do and extremely confident about what we know in regards to buying and selling houses. Whether we end up helping you in the future or not, we can look you in the eye with the greatest of certainty and, in the spirit of service, tell you that this book we're sharing with you will be worth your time invested. We promise. So don't wait on this. Do this right now. Go ahead and simply fill out the request form on this page, fill in your first and last name, your primary email address, and click on the button that says Submit to get your free book and video series. And I will see you on the very next page.